Let's listen to this man. He got some good news for you. Hey, everybody, gather near. The doctor's in the house, so lend him your ear. The things he can say might even make your day. He might even help your pain go away. The doctor is in the house. The doctor is in the house. Let the doctor know what's bothering you. I'm sure he can tell you just what to do. The doctor is in the house.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the doctor's in the house, and I want to welcome you all with an attitude of gratitude to all my regular listeners. Please spread the word. Well, today I'm going to try to tackle Neuropathy 101 in episode 1. We had a lot of good responses to the prior podcast on neuropathy, but I decided, and we'll see if it works, to break it down into the very basics and to explain it in simple terms so you can learn what nerves do, how they become damaged, and why this condition is more common than many think. But before I do that, I want to take a rabbit trail and tell you that there was an article in USA Today about body temperatures. And the gist of the article was that body temperatures are decreasing. And this all started on TikTok. Okay. And they came up with a theory that it was based on people's lives about 170 years ago, the 98.6 degree that we consider normal. And they analyzed hundreds of thousands of body temperatures from different populations. And they came up with the idea that because people are healthier now, their temperatures are lower, basically. And of course, we all know that we are not a healthier population. We rank last in the world in health. We spend the most, but we rank last. So here's the rebuttal I wrote to the USA. Let me ask you something. What if I told you that the new normal for body temperature is actually a sign of a global thyroid crisis? Your recent article claims that our average body temperature has dropped from the long accepted 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit to around 97.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Some scientists say this is a result of better health care, fewer infections, and improved living conditions. But is that really the case? Or are we ignoring a much bigger issue? Because here's the truth. Science can be bought, narratives can be manipulated, and when it comes to our health, we need to do our own research. Dr. Broda Barnes, one of the pioneers in thyroid health, an MD and a PhD, that's my parentheses, found that low body temperature is often a direct sign of subclinical hypothyroidism, a condition that is dangerously underdiagnosed today. And guess what? The thyroid has been under attack for decades with heavy metals, fluoride in our waste, in our water, toxic seed oils, pesticides, plastics, and even electromagnetic radiation, all harming our thyroid function. Doctors today rely too heavily on TSH tests, missing the bigger picture. Meanwhile, millions of people are walking around with undiagnosed thyroid dysfunction, experiencing fatigue, brain fog, cold intolerance, and slow metabolism, all while being told their low body temperature is normal. So is this really just evolution? Or are we witnessing a silent epidemic? Why modern medicine and why the modern decline in body temperature is a warning sign, why your thyroid health is more critical than ever, and what you can do to protect yourself. So this was the letter I wrote to USA Today. rebutting the authors of the study conclusion that low body temperatures are a result of the environment and less inflammation. Well, I would argue there's more inflammation, and brought into significance the work of Dr. Broda Barnes, a PhD and an MD, with just a brilliant man. So that is my rabbit trail for today. Okay, so let's get back to where we want to get back with our episodes. Okay, let's just start off with the word neuropathy. It's derived from Greek roots that can be broken down into two main components: neuro, N-E-U-R-O. This is a prefix that comes from the Greek word neuron, which means nerve or sinew. It refers to the nerves in the body, which are the network of fibers that transmit signals between the brain, spinal cord, and other parts of the body. And the suffix pathy, P-A-T-H-Y, comes from the Greek word pathos, which means suffering, disease, or feeling. It is often used in medical terminology to indicate a disorder or dis-ease. When combined, neuropathy literally means nerve disease or nerve suffering, and it refers to a condition where there is damage, dysfunction, or disease affecting the nerves, particularly the peripheral nerves, which can result in symptoms such as pain, numbness, tingling, and weakness. The term is commonly used to describe the range of conditions that impair nerve function, often due to underlying diseases. And we will get into that. So, part 1, Neuropathy 101. When I find my notes, you will get to it. Okay. Well, we have so many notes from the prior podcast, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm looking for my simpler notes. I think I found it. Okay. So look, here's what we're going to do. Neuropathy 101, what's really happening to your nerves. We'll talk about your nerves and why they matter. What is neuropathy? Recognizing the symptoms, and we'll have some takeaways from this first part. But why my computer is stuck, ladies and gentlemen, I have no reason to. I don't know why. Just bear with me a second, because I really don't want to miss anything this time around. Okay. So this condition we're talking about, it affects millions of people, but it's often misunderstood. So if you ever experience tingling, numbness, burning, pain, weakness in your hands or your feet, you might already be familiar with its effects. But what exactly is neuropathy and why does it happen? Now we'll try and break that down today in a way that's easy to understand. So I'm going to ask you today, if you want, grab a notebook, take some notes, so that this could be a first step to better health if you have neuropathy. So, as I said, neuropathy simply means nerve damage. It affects the peripheral nervous system, which carries messages from the brain and spinal cord to the rest of the body. When these nerves are damaged, they can misfire, leading to pain, tingling, and numbness. And they, remember, mainly in the peripheral, the arms and legs, which means hands and feet, right? Anything that's connected to your arms and legs. And so what causes it? Well, the number one cause is diabetes, because the high blood sugar damages the nerves. Infections like viruses like shingles or Lyme disease can attack the nerves. So if you've had a post-herpetic neuralgia, that would fit into this category. And then toxins. Alcohol, number 1, heavy metals, number 2, and even some medications can cause neuropathy. Autoimmune diseases, conditions like lupus erythematosus and rheumatoid arthritis can cause neuropathy or painful nerves. Car accidents, surgeries, or repetitive stress injuries can cause neuropathy. They can cause burning, tingling, numbness, sensitivity to touch, muscle weakness, difficulty walking, loss of coordination and balance, all connected. Okay. Now, in the first podcast, we talked about systemic enzymes and how they work, and alpha lipoic acid and red light and methylene blue, which we'll get to in part 2 of this series. Just want to give you an idea of really what happens when you are diagnosed with neuropathy. So to recap so far, neuropathy happens when nerves become damaged, leading to pain, numbness, and other symptoms. Common causes include diabetes, injuries, toxins, and inflammation. And since this is flowing so good, let's go further. Let's start talking about how do you get relief, and what are some natural solutions for healthier nerves. So let's explore some effective treatments. And like I said, red light therapy, methylene blue, and systemic enzymes. Let's walk through them. Most people with neuropathy are given medications, typically painkillers, antidepressants, and some physicians are even recommending surgery as a last resort. But like most treatments in allopathic medicine, they help to mask the symptoms without fixing the root problem. The good news, there are natural approaches that support nerve healing and can reduce symptoms without harsh side effects. So what are some real solutions? Well, if you have not heard about red light therapy, you want to search that on my podcast site, Doc Ron Radio at Podbean, and check out red light therapy, because studies show that certain wavelengths of red light can help regenerate damaged nerves and reduce pain. This therapy works by boosting cellular energy and reducing inflammation. Now, that word inflammation, we've talked about that for years, that it is the basis of most chronic diseases and even Alzheimer's and dementia. You'll be reading shortly about nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs helping with dementia. They help because they help to reduce the inflammation, but there are natural ways, lifestyle ways, but not to go down that trail right now. But that's what red light therapy does. And methylene blue, not the stuff that you get at a fish store. The pharmaceutical grade methylene blue is a powerful antioxidant that enhances mitochondrial function, which is crucial for nerve health. It helps protect against oxidative stress and can improve cognitive and physical function. Mark Sloan wrote a great book on this. There's lots of information on the internet, including a podcast that I did on methylene blue. It is easy to take. You take it once a day. Most people start out with 10 drops of the pharmaceutical grade to get about 5 milligrams a day. It will turn your urine blue. It's also part of the steps to make hydroxychloroquine. It is an interesting subject that has been approved for use in acetaminophen toxicity. So we got red light therapy, methylene blue. The third thing is systemic enzymes. Enzymes like serrapeptidase and nattokinase, they can break down scar tissue, improve circulation, and reduce inflammation, creating a better environment for nerve healing. The strongest systemic enzyme on the market is a product called Zymessence, Zymessence. Zymessence. It is the strongest systemic enzyme, and hopefully Dr. Wong will be our guest in the next couple of weeks, and he probably would recommend you start out with 2 capsules 3 times a day, and then after a week go down to 1 capsule 3 times a day. An incredible product because you stop making systemic enzymes in your late 20s. So why not replace them so you can keep your systemic enzymes at as they were when you were younger? So Number 1, red light therapy. Number 2, methylene blue. Number 3, systemic enzymes. Number 4, nutritional support. Your nerves need fuel to function properly. You need B vitamins. You need alpha lipoic acid. You need omega-3 fatty acids to restore proper nerve function and reduce symptoms. You do not need fish oils. Fish oils are toxic and they are antifreeze for deep water fish. You need parent essential oils, PEOs. The people at YES sell this product. The problem is we have been eating so much seed oils, it takes about 6 months to replace the seed oils that are attached to our cell membranes with the parent essential oils. Takes time, I'm sorry to say. But you can take this product. There's another product out called Easy Trek. Easy Trek, TREK. That's a much stronger and may give you a burst of essential fatty acids to restore nerve function. And then you can carry on with a product like YES. So nutritional support, really important. Lifestyle changes would be the last thing I would mention, not because it's last, but just because it's in the list. So proper sleeping. Movement is really important. Proper sleeping, which includes grounding, stress reduction, all play a role in healing your nervous system. Even a small change in your daily habits can make a big impact over time. So we did a program on sleep. Sleeping on your right side helps your brain to drain, gets rid of the toxic products in your brain. And remember, your brain starts out, that's the central nervous system. But eventually it trickles down to your peripheral nervous system. So sleeping is really important. It's important that you get out and move. It's important that you have grounding, that you walk on the bare ground, or if you're fortunate or blessed enough to live near a beach, to go walking on the beach and get the electrons from Mother Earth into your body to reduce inflammation. So if you want to take charge of your neuropathy, you have to start. Consider adding 1 or 2 of these natural therapies into your routine. Secondly, talk to your healthcare provider about a personalized strategy and commit to small but consistent changes, because healing will take time, but every step will move you forward. I think the most time is when to try to replace the toxic oils that coat the linings of your cells, and just as important, of your mitochondria. Your mitochondria have a 2-cell wall membrane. And remember, they are the powerhouses of our body. There's many more million of them than we have cells. They have their own DNA, by the way. And so if just think of a saran wrap around your cells. No good stuff can get in and no bad stuff can get out. So we want that membrane porous. We want the good oxygen and nutrients to get in, and we want the dead cells and the toxic products to get out. Because of our lifestyle and ultra-processed foods, it takes about 6 months. This is not something you're going to get better in a week or a month. So natural approaches, ladies and gentlemen: red light therapy, methylene blue, systemic enzymes, and proper nutrition can make a significant difference in managing neuropathy. By addressing the root cause and giving your nerves the support they need, you can take back control of your health. If you like this episode, please share it with someone who might need it. I originally thought we would take more time, but this is good. Got it all in one episode. You don't have to remember to tune in the following week, because the following week we're going to start talking again about sleep, and we're going to start talking about the future of medicine, which is here today, and that's frequency healing. Frequency healing. And by the way, I just got back to this, and thank you, Nag. Thank you, Maureen. Thank you, Malachi. frequency healing. I'll be doing a free tutorial with Dr. Jerry Smith on frequencies and how our body operates at 80 hertz and how we have the frequencies for all our organs, how we want to keep our organs functioning at the proper frequencies. And that's going to take some lifestyle changes too, like getting rid of LED lights and get some natural sun and maybe some Tesla cars or some other helps along the way. Turning the Wi-Fi off at night, which interferes with our body's electricity. Turning our phones onto airplane mode when they're not in use. But I'll keep you informed. We'll give you a little heads up next podcast about frequency healing. But it really beats pharmaceuticals. You cannot overdose on frequencies. You can overdose on drugs. They're made from petroleum products. And we'll probably go and review the Asner report, which got rid of all natural healing in 1910 because Rockefeller found out he could make more money by converting his petroleum into pharmaceutical products and charge millions of times more than it would have cost to make. So I wanted to devote a few episodes to frequency healing, and I'll give you more information about Dr. Smith's free program he's going to put out. It will be a video podcast, and it'll be free to tune in. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Dr. Ron, host of Dr. Ron, Unfiltered, Uncensored. And like I tell you,
you want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
And sorry to say, most people cannot handle the truth. They are so blinded and they have confirmational bias. Anything that's outside of the mainstream media, their brains can't accept it. They can't accept it. And so we have to be on guard for what's going on with the bird flu or whatever they're trying to force on us. I saw one article today that said they're going to have a bird flu vaccine for those who missed out on the COVID vaccine. For some reason, they want to get all these vaccines in our body. That's another podcast. I do really appreciate you listening, taking the time out from your day. And I hope you learned something. And we will see you next time. Be well and God bless.
Hey everybody, Dr. Ron's finished for today. I hope you got some good wisdom for what the man had to say. If it's all about good health, he's the man you got to see. He has a lot more answers for you. So tune in next week when the doctor is in the house. Or when the doctor is in the house. And let the doctor know what's bothering you. When the doctor is in the house. The doctor is in the house. The doctor is in the house. And let the doctor know what's bothering you. I'm sure he can tell you just what to do. The doctor is in the house. The doctor is in the house. Let the doctor know what's bothering you. When the doctor is in the house.